out the DNA and that Wunmi should change her surname. Now, the thing that people don't know is that the usage of your husband's surname is not something compulsory in the constitution, that you are married even at the court. Even if you were married at the court, you were married Islamically, you were married in a church, in fact, Islamically, according to the Sharia, you ought to retain your father's name. You ought to retain your father's name Islamically. So, Islamically grow. So the court, when you are writing on your wedding certificate, did you write your father's name or your mother's name? Or your husband's name? No, you wrote your parents' names. Yeah, and we have so many celebrities that still retain their own parents' name even after marriage. So when these people are like, remove this thing, from the scheme of things, I think there are just a few surnames that in Nigeria you should fight to retain. For instance, if you are married to the Otedola family, you are married to the Tinubu family, even if you're married to the Fashola family, yes, you could actually still retain that surname. But who is... I'm very sorry to say, aloba as a surname is the Mohbad is supposed to be the first person I'm hearing that aloba name from. What are they in the scheme of things? Is that we have prominent Nigerians that you will fight to get their names. Foluka Alakija, she's married. We have prominent Nigerians that kept their father's names. Fine, we could have this. Okay, I know what this lady did. But see, when you actually use your parents' names, as what I say, your husband's name, it is not a thing of. It's not a legal entity that yes. It is just for, how would I say, social guy, bro. You know, more I'm married to this person. That's just the meaning. It has no legal consequence. Victorious, you are very right. Regina can remove Regina Daniels has always been Regina Daniels. So when I saw the publication, I was just like, and they are saying that the new lawyer is, this one started well. I'm just like, you telling somebody to remove her surname? Let me tell you something. Ṣé bàbá fẹ́ dínà yìí pé àwọn ò gbà láti ọ̀dọ̀ Wùnmí kó tó kí ọkọ ẹ̀ tó kú pẹ̀lú Wùnmí Cynthia Alobari as tó wà nínú alert. So what lè sọ́ngbà yẹn pé ó yá yọ orúkọ yìí o. So let me tell you something, guys. There are Cherry and bloggers. They are doing more harm than good on that thing that remove your surname. Ebalosi Temilola Shobola, she used the wedding picture of Mohbad and Wunmi. Tẹ́bá fẹ́ pa wọ́n tán, ibi tí Wunmi ti jókòó láàrin ìyá Mohbad àti bàbá Mohbad. Do you know that picture is enough evidence to prove that these people are married? Baba went on a social, was it Arise? No, was it Arise? There was one that he went to and they asked him, did you pay the bride price? There was no gun to his head. He was not under duress. And he said yes. He said yes. He has said that yes about 2 or 3 times publicly. I've had of introduction and what's the waiting. Now, according to the Nigerian constitution, for a customary marriage to be seen as valid, it is not only pictures. Let me give you the list of those things. I browsed through it. Number 1 is the consent of both families. Egbera Temprado, Elosegbe. Ṣé wọ́n kidnapping Elosegbe ni? Abẹ́yìn gangan lẹ wáṣọ. Ẹ tún pé DJ o. wọ́n rán aṣọ sí lọ́wọ́ o ṣé wọ́n fọ̀ sí snap picture àbọ̀gbébọn sí lórí ẹ máa gba líìsì ṣé ẹ gba líìsì ṣé ìyá Mohbad lọ sọ́jà tọrọ ẹja ọsàn tọrọ aṣọ tọrọ epo tọrọ àròrò that is consent. Payment of bride price whether you paid in full or you paid partially nítorí àmọ́ gbẹgbẹṣẹ sọnsìn gbèsè wà nù ẹ̀ràn yín Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí Liam dẹ̀ jogún ẹ̀ ẹ tún fẹ́ obìnrin tí ẹ sọ pé we didn't pay in full ṣé ó tó kẹ́ máa sọ ń ta àgbà wípé ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ fi fẹ́ ìyá Mohbad àgbà wípé ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ fi fẹ́ ìyá Mohbad yìí pé ẹ̀sán owó orí ẹ̀sán kankan ìyá kan bímọ jọ fún yẹn ni. I'm sorry to you, it's not an insult, but this is what the woman said outside. This is what Iya Mohbad said. And that is why Mohbad was planning something legitimate to happen between both of you. Good morning, Mommy Uchulari. President, ẹ má pa mí lẹ́rìn fi mí lẹ̀. Ẹ má pa mí lẹ́rìn. So I'm going through these conditions so that makes a customary marriage. Sherry, bloggers, I even love what you guys are doing. Please copy those things that new lawyer is talking about. She should remove her surname. Fine. It is a choice. Whether her bank statements contain Aloba's name, you can't force it. It is not by her just removing because to buy a driver's license or international passport, you can't force her because this is something that even existed before the demise of her husband. Ṣé ìyá Mohbad lọ sọ́jà lọ rẹ ẹja ọsàn? Ṣé ẹ kó sínú mọ́tò? Handing over the bride to the groom's family. Ṣé rí picture tí Wùnmí jókòó sáàrin wọn yẹn? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tí gbogbo wa láti lọ sí engagement rí o? Tó bá fa ìyàwó fún family ọkọ, ibo kí ni àwọn tó alága àdúrà bí kí wọ́n máa ń pè wọ́n? Kí wọ́n máa sọ pé kíyàwó ṣe? Ó yá lọ jókòó sáàrin wọn, ó yá ẹ̀yà picture. That is it. Bàtó jókòó ṣe ẹ̀ ti dànù. Ẹ̀ ti dànù. Ìyá máa smile inú picture, consent nìyẹn. Bàbá máa gẹ fìlà sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, bàbá wa dẹ́ngẹ́ sí pẹ̀lú kínní. That is consent. Both families agreed. Kí lẹ wá lọ sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́, ẹni kan mú ìyàwó jáde, ìyàwó dẹ̀ jáde jókòó sáàrin yẹn. She was handed over to you. Presence of witnesses. Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ sọ fún Oríyọmí Hamzat wípé Prado mẹ́wàá ló lọ sẹ́pẹ̀. That means there were witnesses. There were witnesses àti Darosha àti ẹ̀yin kan tẹ́jẹ́ yìí bàbá Mohbad àti ẹ̀yin ìyá Mohbad. You all are witnesses to the engagement and you said it with your mouth. One celebration according to custom. Were there kola nuts breaking? Bọ́sẹ̀má kàn òbí. Ṣé wọ́n ṣàdúrà? Was there a traditional ceremony? Yes, ẹ̀yin náà lè fẹ́ narí sọ pé DJ tí wọ́n ló play. Àbí àárí picture engagement yẹn náà ni tí Wùmí àti Mohbad tó wọṣọ tó wá ń jó. That is consent. Both people, they were adults and they knew what they were doing. It was not that one of them was forced to do it. All these things are the things that make a customary marriage. Mélòó ni ìyá bàbá yálà yá wa ló lọ sí court tàbí lọ sí church kan láti ṣe wedding. Alága dúró kọ́ ló sọ ìyá àti bàbá wa pọ̀ ni. As in, the way you people will now be talking about the marriage between these two people, I wonder that I know this girl is just laughing. There are several witnesses to what happened. If Wunmi wakes up today and says that, yes, it is on her own doing. Nobody can force whatever surname she wants to be until she gets married to someone else. Even if someone else, she can stay in that person's house and be bearing aloba. Go and ask lawyers. Wow, Adenilo aloba lorúkọ mi sẹ́. I got married to this person and I'm taking that name. And I'm taking that name. This is what people know me as. I am the wife of Mubad. You are my second marriage. So it is either you want to stay or go. It is only Islamically I know that yes, according to the Sharia, orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀ ló máa jẹ́, ó bá fọkọ mẹ́wàá. I hope this is clear. Now, people say, dawa na lie. Now, according to a case, Alake versus Pratt in 1955 and Oloshe versus Oloshe in 2012, courts have consistently held that for a customary marriage to be valid, all these things that I mentioned, all essential customary rights, must be proven to have been performed. Thank you, Dion. Fete Abalu. She has retained that son name. Whether she goes to marry anybody and things like that, she will retain that name. I want to son name. Ever be so punch newspaper. So if they enjoy so called Tinubu, that's so called $10, that's so called Dangote. Nínú ìkẹrẹtẹ wa yẹn gan ta ló mú Aloba? Ṣé Aloba wa jẹ́ orúkọ ọba ìlú ni? Ìyábọ̀ Òjó. Oh, fearless Chupi. Too for many points. Ìyábọ̀ Òjó tí o tú o dé she remains Ìyábọ̀ Òjó. Why? Because that has become a trademark name. Tí ìyàwó mi bá wò sùsùsù lẹ́nu kó sọ pé orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ jẹ́ kó sí nǹkan tí máa ṣe sí. Some of our account statements still contain our father's name. So tí bá transfer owó síbẹ̀ ṣe máa sọ pé ẹlòmíì mo transfer owó sí. Some people are just so when a lawyer now comes out and some people are already celebrating that he did something. Please, what did he do? I'm very sure pé àwa tá à ń sọ kínní gan ló máa fi kùn sí ti Wùnmí pé kí làwọn eléyìí ń sọ gan. Ló máa fi she cares less. Now let's go over to other things that they pointed out. I happen to know a bit about banking. Some people now said they went to the probate registry. They are listing some names of people that will become administrators. Now, if Mohbad in most of his documents is putting next of kin, and you walk into a bank with a letter of administrator, not having the name of the next of kin there, see, when I see people trying to think they are smart, coming out in public thinking that a lawyer has done something very fantastic, I'm just like, okay, that this person, let me read article again. Let me see if I can see the article again. Let me see if I can see the article again. Lorry Punch newspaper. Okay, the Aloba family has unanimously appointed Oladapo. Okay, no, not this. Not this. Not this. Okay, addressing matters concerning Mohbad's estate, the family named 3 administrators to manage the deceased assets, royalties, and intellectual property. They identified administrators as Ajiwole Aloba, Razak Famuyiwa, and Alunge Aloba. These administrators are authorized to immediately apply for letters of administrators from the probate registry to lawfully manage all estate assets, including royalties, bank holdings, real and personal property, and musical intellectual property. The family has left one slot open for Wunmi Adebanjo to join the administrators if and when a valid court-ordered DNA test confirms that Liam is the biological son of the late Mohbad, the statement added. This is just laughing. That you apply for letters of administration at a probate office does not mean it has. It has been given to you. You would apply. Oh God. And the rate of denial at the probate office, I just hope these people have sense. Ajiwole Aloba. Who is that? Alunge Aloba, Razak Famuyiwa. Because you bear surnames of the deceased does not mean a letter of administration will be issued to you. And if you go to a bank and the next of kin written by the deceased, because this person died interstate, he doesn't have a will, the bank will not attend to you. Okay, Alunge Aloba is blessing. Yes, so anybody can apply for anything. The bank will not attend to you. Because the name of the next of kin must appear. The name of the next of kin will be the sole administrator of the estate. See, when I see how these people, as if they think they'll just come bragados, like they'll just come write so many jargons online and think that they are making sense. I'm like, Tori Olong, what is so be if lawyer is? You are saying that you went to the courts, wrote a fresh application or a fresh prayer to the magistrate there, and I'm like, do you know that the courts, would I call it an order? It wasn't an order really. It was like they bringing up a resolution for both parties because Wunmi consented to doing the DNA. Why did the magistrate call Wunmi? That Mbo, your lawyer is here saying that you've agreed to do the DNA. Is this true? When these people are now praising this lawyer, I'm like, bro, do you know that a fresh application has to be consented by women? Do these people know that? That according to the Nigerian Constitution, the Child Rights Act, that it is only the father and the mother that can consent to the DNA of the child that is less than 18 years old. Do these people know this? And we are seeing people, a host clapping, and a stupid moron who left the shores of Nigeria with a primary school leaving certificate, saying that it is the police in the United States that conduct DNA, or that would approve that DNA must be done. That, oh, I saw my neighbor and I saw that the children in the person's house does not look like the father. I now went to report to a police, so the police will handcuff both of them and go and do a DNA. Who does that? No, well, there are so many USA. There's United States of Akure, there's United States of Abuja, but I don't think it is United States of America this person is referring to. But because do these people think that Trump is, see, although some people frown at his policies, but do you think Trump is not this stern person that does not take rubbish? So I'll just see my neighbor now. Oh wait, there's this situation that 2 black people give birth to a white person or something. Like they say UK, and things like that. So because something like that happened, a neighbor or somebody just walking by will now start saying, hey, you run, you are gonna be. Oh yeah, Olopa, stop, police. Oh yeah, hold them. Let's go and do DNA. Is that how lawless America is? Is that how guys, you guys are not tapping 48,000. What they think? Kilo shele. Guys, tap kilo shele. Kilo shele. And then so Mati, I've been in this life about 1.5 hours. And then so 48,000 likes. Oh yeah, about that. Thank you. Countries, I'm not saying some countries are extremely that lawless. Such a thing cannot even happen. But yeah, Ethiopia, Burundi, Central African Republic, USA, example, even here in USA, I'll just call a police officer and a police officer will do it, will conduct the DNA. Well, I think it's high time we write to Trump that it is not only that they are buying these people in Nigeria, please, they are also buying us mentally. Can you help us scrutinize social media, because there are some idiots there. The procedure of the DNA is a factor of Wunmi accepting. Any prayer you go or you give the magistrate there is subject to Wunmi's acceptance. These people, don't they know the law? Is your lawyer? You see, what did I do me? Why did I go to IT? Is law? But it can mean saying, "Give us one page letter, back below by 5 million. Publication touches what in over punch." Don't you guys reason that the other time that you got this thing cleared at the court was subject to Wunmi accepting? And Wunmi's acceptance is based on something that this thing has to be fair to both parties. I am going to accept, so far it is fair. You conduct yours, I conduct mine, or this thing is monitored by the court. Nobody has a say in it. The court does everything. We would only be there as witnesses to collection of samples, and the court does it at whatever hospital they wish to do it. And this man that is telling me that he wants DNA, he will be the person paying for the bills. That is what Wunmi wants. And that is what she has maintained since the 25th day of November 2023. She has been ready since 2023 when the first letter was issued to the Falana Chambers. Falana Chambers responded to them, gave them her conditions, and she has maintained those conditions but removed a few. She actually wanted that a paternity test would be proven that jossy is actually the father of Mohbad. She's no more saying that. She has relaxed and become flexible on those conditions. But she is wanting only one thing: fairness. Why would you say you come to my house, collect the samples of my boy, and that is it? I won't have you saying anything. I don't know how the thing is collected. You're not telling me. The stupid Grexy now came down now and say, hey, if she's so sure of herself, she only needs to be contending the results. Why should I contend the results? Why don't I contend for the entire process? The collection, the transport to this thing, and fairness that nobody even knows the hospital this is taken to, and the people there remain anonymous to both parties, and we are only listening to the results. Why do you want to control everything? This is the specimen of my child. You can go and take the specimen of Mohbad and do whatever you want to do into it, but this is the specimen of my child. I have a say. He can't speak for himself. He's not yet an adult. I am the guardian just sit down in their house. They are coming to collect samples collection. Actually, Leah, come downstairs. They are looking for you. Oh yeah. On down. I don't feel young, but before. Shazzy, get on. Shazzy, oh man, put up. Oh yeah, back up. Shazzy, economy results, my daddy. Oh yeah, soften. Even you as an adult, if you go for tests in a diagnostic center, you ask questions. You try to know the competency of the center you went to. You don't just go anywhere and be looking for, guys, Kilo Shelley now. I said we guys should tap. Only 2,000 likes. That's by Kilo Shelley. Let's continue to do this, please. Intervalocy Diagnostic Center. You try to know the competency of the diagnostic center. You try to know, like, oh, do they have the best equipment? Are they good there? It's not like, oh, they just have the machines. Can they translate the results to me? Can they tell me what's up? Oh, perhaps you have hepatitis. Perhaps you have diabetics. They tell me what I'm to do. These are things. These are follow-ups. You have to control the process. You have to monitor the process too. So you expect her to just keep quiet, like a mom? Or you think it is that 23-year-old girl of 2 years ago? That girl is not a woman. And she's wiser than most of we old folks right now because she has passed through life. In a year, she got married. That same year, she had a baby. That same year, she lost her husband. How many of you have passed through such a life? How many of you have such experiences that within a space of 9 months, you had 2 sources of happiness and the greatest loss of your life? How many? How many can say that? Of course, some of us, maybe we've lost our husbands, we have lost our wives, or lost our kids and things like that. But how many of us face that within the space of 9 months? Ask yourself, do you have such experiences? Yes, you could have 50 or 60-year-old people amongst us, but how many of us passed through such within 9 months? That's why I said she's wiser and more mature than many of us. I love what Wumi did in Abuja, and I love how it was just a breeze in and breeze out. And she killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Let me tell you another bird she bite. Please, guys, let's keep on tap. The efforts of whatever all this Kiloruko, Antowa lawyer and saying, something vibes, the super vibes. Do you know the presence of Wumi at the highest level of policing in Nigeria? She walking in there, writing her statements, and they see that yes, there's nothing suspicious in whatever this girl has written. She's not guilty of any crime. She came with her full chest and with her arsenal, the lawyer Kabir beside her. They knew this girl has nothing to hide. She fears no one by walking into our midst, telling us all what she knows, and she left. I'm asking this question. What does Lawyer Maxwell then want to do? Write to the same FCID, write to the same homicide section that, we may bite my back. Oh yeah, come and arrest 7 people in the house. Whereas Spending has written his own, he has left. Damola has written his own, he has left. Mumi, that you people call the prime suspect, she has come, she has left. No evidence anywhere. Now, what then does the lawyer Maxwell want to do? Press conference of about 35 to 10 million? Is that what he wants to do? Writing letters to steal the IG? At least somebody said he has even written to the presidency. Presidency has a... oh God. Well, and the presidency of Yomi Fabi, he could not hold Wome for up to 1 hour. Because Wunmi only wrote her statement and left afterwards. For the likes of Sammy Jojo to even guys, for the likes of Sammy Jojo to even come out and tell you, this girl only came from what she heard from social media, and she was not even invited initially. Lawyer Kabir still mentioned that she was not having. Excuse me. She was not invited. She went there on her free will and left because they could not hold her for anything. Oh, they told her, somebody reported something, we're investigating, blah, blah, blah. I think that's okay. So give us a letter of investigation. And, a letter of invitation was now issued. Oh, okay, my client is around. Okay, ask her questions. She wrote her questions and, and the lawyer, anytime you need my clients, I'll be ready to present her. And that is why he has to stand for a short. If you walk into a police station and a lawyer tells the other person like, okay, that is what is called a shorty. Garanto. In your reference letter, you put shorties there, you put your references there now. Or timba rokada gbe ati ba retail va gbe wa anytime alo na ati ba gbokada yin salo ati pe moto ba yin salo anytime a pe lele na. That's the meaning of shorty. There's nothing so special. And then we were investigating an issue and you came and wrote a statement. Are you expected to make any payments? No. But for us to, for people to know, for the police to keep records that yes, this person came to make statements. This person entered our police station and she wants to go. That is called bail. It's because you guys are thinking that bail means that that is not bail. Bail is just like it's just like in a warehouse. You brought a good inside, you are taking the good outside. You have to have a proof that this person has left our station. That's the meaning of bail. It is draining that we do this all the time to this bunch of illiterates. Yeah, administrative, yeah. It is just that we come out, we now use layman's terms to educate these people. I've been thinking about Spending's issue. It does not concern me because he's the one that turned himself to a Spider-Man, holding Liam and using his legs to control the door on top of Third Mainland, according to him. Does his lawyer know that he has the right to sue those police officers that arrested him in Lagos? Sue them. Those specific officers. Was I invited? Why are you inviting me? Do you know what you're inviting me is actually something I'm in court for? Do you know that? No, wait, on what grounds are you arresting me for? Is it for a criminal purpose that you're handcuffing me? Handcuffing me, why? If I'm invited, I'm to come myself with a lawyer. That's the meaning of invitation. What was written was a petition. A petition means that this person has some things like like you're not reporting, you're not saying that, okay, let me give you the difference. Because I heard somebody saying that the same way Sam Shodem was picked, that's why people complaining about Spending soon. I'm like, it's a glaring thing that Sam Shodem was committing a crime. A criminal. He was defaming people publicly. He was talking against the Nigerian police force. And in one of his videos, He was holding the IPOP flag. That is not even related to Justice Mohbad. He could be held for other charges. He was holding an IPOP flag in Nigeria, in the shores of Nigeria. That is a criminal thing. It is just like you saying that an armed robber came to your house. Are they to write a petition against the armed robber or coming there to arrest the armed robber? They are coming. The police has to come there to arrest the armed robber. In fact, if the armed robber brings out a pishon, the armed robber could be shot. If you have with a pishon, like you know what I'm talking about, maybe an AK-47 or another pistol or something like that, and a police officer wants to arrest you, and you put your hand in or maybe bring it out or something, or you don't raise your hands up, the police has the right to fire you. In fact, fire you to buy. Not using rubber bullets, using live ammunitions. Because at that point, you were executing a crime. And that's the same thing that this guy was doing. Sam showed him. I just mentioned 3 things he was doing. Holding an IPOP flag in the shores of Nigeria, in Lagos State. That's 1. 2, defaming people outside, publicly. In all these things. Someone now wrote a petition. A petition is something that the other party would be invited to come and say, here's our own side of the story. It shouldn't be a forceful arrest. An arrest that you're going to put in cuffs. It is only if he had been declared wanted. That is number 1. That means he didn't show up after an invitation. He could be declared wanted. I don't have to be a lawyer to know all these things. Good morning, Yalaji. But the thing here is this. Who am I? I'm not the lawyer of Spend. If you like, you sue those officers. If you like, that's your choice. But it's good to know your rights. It is good to know your rights. Is there another thing they were talking about in this publication? Yeah, I've spoken about the DNA, that it is subject to Wumi's acceptance, which I know that she has spoken about her conditions from day on. So a new lawyer trying to come and twist all things, it's not going to work. Lawyer Kimbulu talked about the DNA, talked about the change of name. I so much love this guy. He's always having like Egbe Sanwa, Urisan. How many lawyers don't sing? Ọkọ̀kọ̀ lo máa tọ́ sọ pé bàbá sọ pé òun ṣe irúfin ilé ẹlò yẹn lẹ́yìn tẹ́lò yẹn tán ẹlò dúnmọ́sùn lẹ́yìn tẹ́lò dúnmọ́sùn ẹlò sàn lẹ́yìn tẹ́lò sàn ẹ tún lo ògùn gbé. Problem for lawyers just because of DNA. If Wumi is entirely guilty, if Wumi is just guilty of one thing, she would be changing lawyers because she'll be like, hey, I hope this lawyer will be capable. I hope this lawyer, hey, Omati, listen to me, I just keep not look like, Wumi has not sacked one lawyer. Falano stepped down just because of us, the public. The insults, the disdain that so many people were passing on his law firm. Falana is a household name in law. And for a woman to leave a son. I'm not saying lawyer Kabir does not know his book, but leaving a son, then coming to a rugged lawyer who is not afraid to face anybody. Good. Worry. Orúkọ. Kàtẹ́ sọ pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ orúkọ ń sin irú orúkọ orúkọ lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn sì ká tẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn á jà sí. For you to change your surname in Nigeria, so many things has to go. Publication in newspaper, your NIN, your international passports, your WAEC results, your your certifications. I'm just a look people say. So she should not bear the surname in public. I just like if Wunmi steps out today, the only thing people know her for, no be her rap, which they rap when she was 14 or 15 or something. It is that yes, this is the widow. This is the wife of Mohbad. Whether you like, say Wunmi changes her name to Otedola today, whether she likes it or not. Orúkọ ìlérí Olúwa no ma fi mọ̀. Kò bá fẹ́ ọmọ Dangote léni. Orúkọ Mohbad no she ma fi ma wò ń tà. And that is aloba. Whether you like it, whether she uses it or not, nǹkan táwa ṣì máa pè nìyẹn. Wunmi Cynthia Aloba, whether you like it or not. Oko too many. I've been using the name Lagbaja for a while. I can feel Wunmi Cynthia Aloba can feel replace orúkọ Lagbaja. I don't want something that they'll think I'm using it to be entering lives. Lagbaja might feel one live there. My day joke is because sing to mash. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've been here for about almost 1 hour, but I'm disappointed that the like button, people are not using it, you're not tapping your screen. Yes, so stop window victimization. That's a legal name. That's just it. That's what people know how to be. Ó tẹ̀ pẹ́ gan kí tẹ̀ tó mọ̀ pé Adébánjọ lórí surname ó pẹ́ gan. Ó pẹ́ gan. Ó dàbí ṣe kíní ló jẹ́ kí n mọ surname kí lórúkọ àbúrò sísá tèmi Kàrímọ́. Maxi Fresh, how can a lawyer put up to? But the thing is that, do people even think that Wunmi likes the name Aloba? If Mohbad were to be a surname, I know she would have preferred bearing Wunmi Cynthia Mohbad than that name Aloba. I know she would have preferred it. It is funny how she justice people not make it 528 yen because more where our anti-justice are 529, 530. She ain't there while anti-justice forum left with 530. What the heck, a power tap. A power tap. The other day, Damola came out with a till 1 hour. It's a board or so. It's a board or so. Àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Abuja àti kìnìkan ṣe kìnìkan. Was it yesterday we were streaming this guy, chairman or she chairman? See, brother Yomi náà ń jáde. When he calls presidency, I usually laugh like, so of all things, it is the death of Mohbad that will now cause people not to vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Who is? Busy me that. Hey, hello, we'll post your door and detention. Hello, we'll post the C7. I'm going to tie on it. ó ń ta irun ìyàwó tó wà ní detention ṣó ń bò ṣó máa ń fún wọn fóònù. If that's why I look at people like, are you guys stupid? Tẹ́ ẹ bá tẹ̀ wọ́n báyìí pé ẹ wá o ṣé òótọ́ ni wọ́n dènà ọmọ yìí o ṣó sì wà ní detention àbí kò jáde lọ́jọ́ yẹn àbí kò lọ ra nǹkan ó wá padà sí cell lọ́jọ́ yẹn ẹ ṣe lọ wo social media handle bóyá ó ṣì wà active ó active bàjẹ́bàjẹ́ a tún fi fídíò tiẹ̀ sí no that is there no time stamp in the videos? Like a video was released, this was published about 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago, yesterday. You'll be seeing that. That's of video is agbero sorry, I shake it by. Mommy, I shake it by. I shall around Christmas, so I just kill you to make wash your Christmas. A lorion, a lobber, ransom. Because a Joe, can you imagine account me? See heaven àti ó ní kan náà see heaven kìnìkan àyẹn tó jẹ́ pé a ṣe ń káwó jọ ni ṣe dey affordable ó sì ṣe make tó jẹ́ pé that one is of lesser amount bí òkè o ẹ ṣe lè rí wíìgì 50k 60k less than 100k bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan dẹ́ wà tó jẹ́ pé ti see heaven yẹn tó jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ make statement pé ẹ fẹ́ wọnú party káwọn ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí pé wọ́n gbé benz wá ó mọ iye tí mo gbé sórí. I hear what you paid. Yes. Ó ta irun náà, ó ta o. Ẹ má bìlù tó lọ́mọ mi o. Ó ń ta. Then. So gbogbo eléyìí, when you look at it, and I look at somebody that your son is still in the morgue, you are already appointing names of people as administrators. No. As a share a year, would they be? So no burial on me. So Rojo Thomas. One appoints our to serve as administrators for the money in royalty, for the money in his bank, for his real estate and things like that. Saying, Tabawan so we pay property ni baba ija fun emanero ni. Is it not evident now? Is it not evident now that this thing is just about the property and nothing else? You said you wanted 4 administrators. If I left for one, maybe Tobashi Kiniton, Tobashi DNA, let's say as an administrator. Yet, Mohbad is in the morgue, lifeless there. Mo boy pé ó gbé poster jáde ó fẹ́ di senate president inú mortuary yẹn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ dìbò ẹ lọ dìbò. From my records, Mohbad's body is the longest staying body in that morgue. Àbí ṣé mo gbà òyìnbó yẹn dáadáa? Longest stay no òyìnbó pún ló kọ láì jẹ́ pé láti ló sọ yìí. That the corpse that has stayed most in that morgue is Mohbad presently. Is that something we should say is an achievement? Two years plus? Do you think he will remain the same? This is a person they wanted to do a lying in state for. When Yabojo went to, where did they say, Ebony casket, I didn't know. They wanted, can you do a lying in state for a corpse of 2 years? Can you? And yet the father is already talking about a lawyer that will be in charge of his estate. God damn it. Is it something we even have to debunk? Is it something, it is something we have to call shame on this man. Shame on you. Shame on you. You come out to say you want to know the cause of the death of your son. Yet, while his corpse still lie lifeless, you are talking that you're saying that you're appointing so and so people that they should apply immediately for letter of administration from a probate office while that son is still lying lifeless without you knowing the cause of his death. Shame on you. Those people instigating you, or people that open their lives to applaud what happened in the Punch newspaper, shame on you too. How many of you have fathers, have children, have relatives staying in a morgue for more than 2 years? And you're happy to say, no autopsy, no burial, no justice, no burial. Do you think justice will not even be achieved after burial? What will the burial stop? Is the cause of Mohbad stopping the opening of a coroner inquest? Is the cause of a Mohbad, was it needed to be brought to the presence of a magistrate? Would the cause of Mohbad be needed to appear in court, maybe at the high court? Why is this guy not buried? Why are you even saying that the announcement for his interment will be at a future date? What's the reason? Shame on you people. Shame on you. May God not allow us to have any relative doubt. I think it is... I'm just worried that the genes of aloba runs through the veins of Liam. It is not even getting to me. Why is the blood or the DNA of aloba in the veins of Liam? Does he deserve such a family? Does he? A family who would allow their breadwinner to lay lifeless for 2 years while they hustle for royalties for his estates that cannot even be accounted for. Do you even think there are royalties left with Naira Marley? If this is what you guys are thinking would delay the entire process. Naira Marley came the other day and told you that this guy has withdrawn $72,000. This guy breached a contract that, you can't go until after some time. He said that. Do you guys even think there's a royalty anywhere? It's quite Sherry, I'm sorry to say this, but I'll try to face reality. If you people are waiting for the DNA to be conducted, hey, jossy would change more than 10 lawyers. Let me tell you why. His issue with Oba Legacy centers on this DNA results for defamation. If Mohbad is said to be Liam's father, not just the Oba, even by Wunmi herself, Toba Sokwe, prison awaits some people. Don't forget that defamation is a punishable offense with jail term attached to it, not just fine. Why are they delaying this DNA? There are so many factors in it. The issue of Arifa and Veron, DNA result is still embedded in it. Why won't they delay the DNA result? Don't forget that Rich Grace herself said it herself. Tọmọ ẹ bá jáde as ọmọ Mohbad, àwọn tó ń lọ sẹ́wọ̀n pọ̀. Gbogbo wọn náà máa lọ sẹ́wọ̀n. So would you rush to do a DNA test or a DNA result or to conduct a DNA if you know that indeed this is Mohbad's child, and if the result comes out positive and it's been aired, as Ruby said, she's not going to hide it under the bucket. But she's going to call the press to declare the results out. Oba Agbosi. Everybody Agbosi. If such happens, what would happen to people that have been defaming Oba Elegushi? What would happen to them? What would happen to those people or the person that said, what would happen to them? Defamation suits coming up and down. Would you rush the DNA if you are in Joseph's shoes? That's a question to everybody on this live. 555 people. With all this said, would you rush to do the DNA? Or you'll be changing lawyers when you know that samples are meant to be collected? Or would you not be saying, hey, I'm applying for this just to delay the process and be pushing the dates forward and forward and forward? Won't you be doing that? You'll be looking for loopholes in law just to push it ahead. You'll be looking for every loophole to delay the process. That's what is happening. And I'll end my statements with this. According to the Nigerian Constitution, except if you want to go emotional, the only persons that can consent or accept the DNA of a child less than 18 years to be done is the mother and father. Not an uncle, not a grandfather, not a grandmother, not a sister, not a brother. Adra cannot come out and say he wants the DNA of Liam. Even Blessing can't. Even Blessing can't. Say she wants. That's according to the Nigerian Constitution. You don't have to apply emotions or sentiments. The law is different from emotions. To you, you might think, Baba money, iya ni àbúrò Mohbad ni tó bá fẹ́ sin ọmọ. Sherry, kí Liam bá àbúrò lẹ́nu? Àbúrò Liam ò lè béèrè DNA Liam. Àbúrò Liam kò lè sọ pé good day, man. Àbúrò Liam kí Wùnmí kó fẹ́ ọkọ mi lénìí, ọkọ tó fẹ́ kò lè béèrè DNA Liam. It is only if Wùnmí consents to it. Sherry, kí Wùnmí jáde lénìí kó sọ pé ẹ wá gbóhùn kọ́tà tẹ̀ ń ṣe kọ́ọ̀tù ẹ̀ wo. Ó yà kò ṣe mọ́ náà nìyẹn. Kò sí anybody tó lè change it. But she wants to do it. And she wants it, one, monitored by the courts, handled extremely by the courts. That there will be no form of bias, even from her own self. That nobody will say she was the one that was telling her, go to this hospital, go to... No! The court should do that. So like I said, according to the Child Rights Act, only the parents, not an extension, only that nuclear family, sorry, father, mother, and child. Till Liam Badagba to about 18 years, he can ask for the DNA of himself to be done with that of his dad, to know his lineage. He can do that. But as at now that he has a guardian that calls herself Wumi Cynthia Aloba, that is the only person that can approve that a DNA to be done on Liam. Case closed. I started this talk while we were on 48,000 likes, and I got to 54,000 likes. Now I can see that people prefer to do amebo than to tap on their screen. Yes, so people prefer to put AirPods in their ears and just listen without appreciating the life by tapping on their screen. I've been speaking for more than an hour, and I think right now I need to rest and go back to work and possibly go for Salat Zoro. Maxi Fresh, I don't know if you are still there or in your brew. Is there anybody else or any recording you want to play? In your brew, Maxi Fresh, I don't know if any one of you is around. Oh, Maxi Fresh, okay. Over to you, man. Take it.